Hey, this is Scott with Fu Manchu Barbecue. Do a quick summary of what I'm doing with my Tangle smoker. When I bought the Tangles from St. Louis barbecue store, looked into it, like the vertical smoker, and this one was a little bit unusual. There's not a lot of information on these on the internet as far as recipes or how people use them, so I'll just go over real quick. This is one of the configurations that I use. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I put 2 pork butts on it last night at midnight. I've been running them at about 250 degrees. It's a vertical smoker. It comes standard with a regular rack, which I'm currently not using, and when I open it up I'll show you what I'm doing. It's got the 2 air tubes at the bottom and the exhaust port at the back. There's my pit barrel cooker in the background. And I use, for this cook, a Pitmaster IQ 110. And what that does is control the airflow into the actual cooker itself. You can just use the flaps and crack those open, and they work just as well. The only reason I'm using the Pitmaster IQ is because I found it's just a little bit more consistent if I'm doing cooks at competitions. And I can get a little bit more rest in the middle of the night. So when you come over to the Tangle, it's got a nice latch right here on the front of it. I had it unlatched because I'm getting ready to open this and see what the pork butts are doing. And I'm also using Easy Barbecue app along with a thermometer, and you can see where the 2 butts are. And I have the preset temperature for it to tell me when they're supposed to get checked. That'll hit my phone at 185 degrees. I'm actually getting ready to wrap these. These aren't competition. These are for a couple of people that we're going to take them to later on today. Apologize, I just had some coffee. So here's what the butts look like after 8 hours. And this is actually an optional rib rack or a hanging rack you can get with the Tangle. It's actually pretty cool. I've done butts the last couple of weeks. First competition is coming up in 2 weeks, and I've been doing some things with different meats hanging, and I actually like the results. So down inside you can see the firebox, and there's also the diffuser, and you can actually open these little vents on it just by bending them up to make it a little bit more airflow into it. You do have to be careful with any vertical smoker and like a barrel smoker. If the top is open, and the grill itself or the smoker is actually going to get hotter. It's going to do like a burn barrel because there's more air going into it, and so the temperature is going to go up pretty significantly and quickly. Alright, let me shut this thing off, and I'm going to get these out of here. I'm going to wrap them and actually put them on the rack for the next few hours. They're right now, one's reading 147 degrees where the probe is, and there's different parts of the meat they're showing different temperatures. And the other one's reading 160 where that probe is. Both of them are about averaging about 162 degrees. I used a thermal pen just a little while ago. You can see the bark on them. This is just salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, and paprika, tiny bit of cumin, and a little bit of chili powder.